Thomas, there's a big focus at the moment on capital flows, particularly, I guess, from Asia-Pac and to Europe and vice versa. We're obviously here in Singapore, so I guess, what's your take on those capital flows?
Perhaps I start with the, let's say, European capital looking at Asia-Pac. I think there is, over the last decade already, a sentiment that European capital wants to do more in Asia-Pac, because the economic fundamentals are sometimes much more positive, especially in the current environment in Asia-Pac in some regions compared to Europe. So there is European capital wants to do more in Asia. And if you follow the supply chain changes after the Corona crisis, we see that a lot of European industrial companies diversify their supply chain. So they are moving parts of their production away from China into Indonesia, into Malaysia. And that's a trend where also the capital flows for real estate follows. What I understand from several interviews here, that Indonesia and Malaysia will develop much faster and will be a hub, also an investment place for institutional capital in the future, which is not the case yet. And on the other hand, I understand if you look at Asia-Pac, which are the best, let's say, places to invest, I understand that Japan seems to be very interesting currently, as we see the interest rates are pretty stable compared to the rest of the globe. So financing conditions are still the same, so there's the sentiment that we need some revaluation in Japan. So that's what I understand here as a hot topic. That's the way European capital looking at Asia-Pac. And the other way around, I understand from Asian or especially Singapore-based investors and capital sources that say, look, Europe is still on the agenda, but for now we are waiting a bit until we have a clear solution for the energy challenges we have in Europe, which we definitely will find in the next years. And on the other hand, the Asian investors are waiting for a bit of a revaluation in the European market before they invest again into Europe.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how those develop over 2023. Thanks very much for joining us, Thomas.